Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we have some new details about yesterday's Disney Plus day, a big update for filming on the Acolyte, and more. As always my dear friends, before we dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post a new video. But as we say around these parts, without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's just dive straight into it. So, needless to say, yesterday was very disappointing, but today we have some very interesting information that sheds light on what happened. It turns out Disney Plus almost gave us some more trailers, but they didn't. Let's talk about it. Leakers had been insisting for a long time that we would get some big teasers, and it turns out that we didn't. What we did get is an Obi-Wan sizzle reel, and go check out yesterday's video if you want the full breakdown, and we also got the Under the Helmet Boba Fett special. But what if I told you that Disney Plus had intended to release some more Star Wars trailers, and there is actual proof of this, but at the very last minute, for whatever reason, they pulled out. Corey Van Dyke pointed this out a few hours ago. Disney Plus Day's official press release included everything that they would reveal on Disney Plus Day, and amongst all of the logos, you can clearly see they intended something for Andor, The Bad Batch Season 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Book of Boba Fett. These are the only ones in the press release video we didn't get anything for, and yet they are in the video. So it is evidence that Lucasfilm had intended the rumoured reveals that we were also excited about. So the big question is, why did they pull them? In other words, why did Disney Plus decide at the very last minute to not include them? One theory I've heard, which I doubt, is that it was out of sheer pettiness towards the leakers who had previously revealed the information. I'm thinking out loud here when I say it's far more likely they wanted to save some of it for D23 next Friday or Investor Day, which is mid-December. Or maybe another theory which I've seen is that they're going to let the Book of Boba Fett trailer from 2 weeks ago simmer a little bit more. Or it could turn out that the format they settled for in the form of tweets was not the way they wanted to reveal big Star Wars projects like Andor and The Bad Batch Season 2. But then again, that begs the question of why they were happy to do it for Marvel projects and everything else. Whatever the reason, it's baffling because from this press release, we do see that something for Andor and the Bad Batch had been intended for Disney Plus Day. I guess the good news and the silver lining in all of this is that it's only a matter of time until they do release them, and they do have them at the ready. We may be a bit deflated as a fandom right now, but we have to remember that 2022 is promising some of the best Star Wars content and in great quantity that we've ever had. And you know, it's also a lesson that leakers do sometimes get things wrong, and we do have to take all information with a pinch of salt. And having said that, after this, I cannot say in good conscience that we will or won't get something next week during D23, but it is more likely now that we know that they do have the teasers ready to go. Whether it's at D23, during Investor Day, or at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim next May, we do have a lot to look forward to in 2022. And let's cheer up, because next month the Book of Boba Fett kicks off and we'll all be in full hype mode. Now, even more evidence that we were supposed to get more trailers comes from one of the actors themselves. O'Shea Jackson Jr., who is in Obi-Wan Kenobi, expressed confusion over not having received a trailer. Even Rosario Dawson retweeted one of the leaks that we would get a proper trailer on Disney Plus Day, and therefore actors were probably told that Disney Plus Day would showcase more Star Wars, and yet it didn't. So with all of that said, my dear friends, let me know your thoughts of this in the comments down below, and let's move on and talk about the Acolyte. So thanks to LRM Online, we do have some new information about when the show is going to shoot and where. Let's dive straight into it. According to the ever-reliable Production Weekly, we now know that the Acolyte is going to shoot between May and November, and it won't be at Pinewood Studios, it's going to be in the US. The Star Wars series led by Headland is one of the most intriguing to fans. The show is set further back than any live-action Star Wars project, and the current estimates are that this show is going to take place in the period between the High Republic and the fall of the Republic, which is just before the Phantom Menace. Rumours have been that this show takes place 70 to 100 years before Episode 1, and whilst we do not know for certain, vague rumours as well as the logo have led fans to think that the show will primarily deal with the dark side, more specifically the Sith. However, until more details emerge, it's hard to say for sure. Now, as they mentioned, there was a rumour previously by Discussing Film that the Acolyte would film in February in Pinewood. They then say, talking to a few insiders about this, we wondered if things changed. LRM Online already confirmed that the Acolyte would not shoot in Pinewood, at least not that quickly. They finish off by saying they now have confirmation that the Acolyte is going to shoot in the US in the May to November window, which basically means the show is still going to come out in 2023 if all goes well. So finally, my dear friends, we have an update about Chloe Zhao's upcoming Star Wars film, or the one she was supposedly going to direct by Kevin Feige. Well, it turns out she is not attached to any Star Wars film. It's really not been the best week for some leakers, because this was something that was reported on earlier in the week, but it turns out Chloe Zhao will not be helming Kevin Feige's upcoming Star Wars film. The Hollywood Reporter dispelled all of these rumours in a very simple statement. While talking about the disappointment for Star Wars fans on Disney Plus Day, they also brought up Kevin Feige's movie, which we still know nothing about. They hammer on the fact that in spite of all of the rumours, Chloe Zhao will not be involved in a Star Wars project. Having said that, they do confirm the other news that we got about Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron being delayed indefinitely, and also the fact that there could be another Star Wars movie to replace it. In the same group of bullet points they say, and finally we've been hearing this one all week, but insiders insist that no, Chloe Zhao is not directing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie, or any Star Wars movie. So when all is said and done, this is what I have to say. Keep the faith, my friends. Of course, yesterday was very disappointing, but we are going to get some big reveals in the next coming weeks and months. And even though they did delay the trailers, we do have the Book of Boba Fett next month, and then 2022 is going to be packed with amazing content. As I say, if you haven't checked out yesterday's video, please go and do so. I break down everything in the Kenobi sizzle reel, and I also give you my review of the Boba Fett Under the Helmet special. We look at all of the concept art for Obi-Wan Kenobi, I break down all of the Easter eggs, and I also speculate on what we can expect. And just remember, my dear Megalorians, that the lack of content yesterday should not worry us for the future of Star Wars. We're still going to get all of the upcoming projects, and in good time, all of the trailers will be revealed. And while it is true that Lucasfilm have a marketing issue, and the same goes for the handling of Disney Plus Day, it's not the end of the world, and our day of triumph is going to come very soon. And look, I'm trying to stay positive. We've been let down quite a few times in the recent past, but it's no reason to be discouraged going forward. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and a massive welcome if you are. And also, if you're feeling generous and you want more videos that are not found here on YouTube, then do consider becoming a patron. The link is down there in the description, and on there you get access to exclusive patron-only videos, access to my Discord server, and more. But until the next one, my dear friends, may the force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you are in the galaxy. Have a good one.